Hi there, it's Kathy from Raven Vintage. Welcome back to 100 Days of Envelope Ideas for Junk Journals. We're on day 81 of the 100-day project. Yesterday we did a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Today we're going to do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. So let's get started with one envelope. We'll do the same process as yesterday, making the little booklet. And we're going to cover this. So this is Woodland Escape. Beautiful green vintage wallpaper designs. Oh, I've got it upside down here. Portrait or landscape. Landscape or portrait, either way. The wallpaper kits. With some of the patterns, you could use these portrait or landscape. So I'm going to use this page as the backdrop in our big ideas book, and then I'm going to use this one for our cover today. I'll go back to the glue stick today. Not much chit chat today, just want to basically show this style of stitching to help those that are wanting to learn the 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Oh dear, I need a cloth. Oh, I think I just cut my envelope open. That's okay, I can glue it shut. That's going to be the pocket at the back of the little booklet that we're going to make. And yesterday I did 3 pages. Today I'll do 2 just to reduce the bulkiness of our great big book that we've been working on. Okay. I have a different style of booklet to show you tomorrow. It's a little mini. Which will be great for tucking into our junk journal pockets. Did I cut that one too? Let's see, where else did I? Right here. There, fixed. Everything's fixable in junk journals. Let's remember that. So that's pretty. And what I have is some tea-dyed paper, and I am just going to use 2 sheets today instead of the 3. And I'll do the same thing. Yesterday I just held this up to the crease inside and then did a fold at the edge of the envelope to get our little booklet, and then trimmed off the excess. These little, when I have tea-dyed paper cutoffs like this, they make great little clusters, like when you do the folds back and forth, because they're just have all the different vintageized, as Cindy would say, look to it, but it's also a nice crinkle paper after being heated in the oven, and they just make really cute clusters. That with a staple, I like using end cuts of tea-dyed paper for just exactly that. And here I'm just cutting it like this, and try not to cut my envelope this time. There we go. More end cuts to use. And then see how this has that warpy edge, but these two got cut off. So I'm just going to turn this around. So now it's every other. So I've got warpy edge, cut edge, warpy edge, cut edge, just to get some of that beautiful warp in there. And that's going to make our little booklet. Okay, so here's a quick way to get your creases to find your 5-hole, make a template for your 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Just take a piece of paper that's the same height as your signature. We'll start by folding it in half and making this crease here. I'm just going to basically fold this so that these two sections now look like they're the same size. I'm just doing it by eye. Okay, so I'll go back to the beginning. We have our long piece of paper. We folded it in half. I've got the crease here at the bottom. And then I'm just folding this bottom up to where it's going to look like this and this are the same. I don't know how else to word that. So that this section and this section look about they're relatively the same. And then I'm just going to flip it over and fold this back, or crease that, so it lines up with the top. So basically when we open this back up, we now have the center, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roughly equal spots for your to make your marks for your 5-hole pamphlet stitch. I hope that makes sense. I could do it one more time if you like, if that's a little bit confusing. Let me find something that maybe shows up a little bit. Okay, so just going to demonstrate that again. So I'm taking my paper that I've cut that's the same height as your signature, and you basically just want to fold that in half and make a crease at the bottom. And then you're going to take that creased edge, and then I want to, don't simply fold that in half. That's not what we're looking for. We want to just roughly by eye pull this up until it looks like this section and this section are approximately the same size. If you want to get out a ruler and kind of measure before you crease, you're welcome to do that. So that's at 1.25, and that's about the same. Okay, so it's just by eye. Make another crease down here, and then flip that over, and then take this end that's open and fold it down to meet, up or down, whatever way you're doing it. Just fold backward and make that crease. And then when you open it up, you have 5 creases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're all pretty even. That's the quickest way I can tell you to make a template for your 5-hole pamphlet stitch. And if you want to, you can fold that in half like this, and you can put that right in the crease and poke your holes through there like this. And I'm poking right through from my cover, which in this case is my envelope. You can pin that down if you like. I'm just kind of holding it in place as I'm moving back and forth. Okay, that's a very quick way to get a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, or get your holes ready. Now, I might make them a little bigger just for the purpose of this tutorial, so it's easier to demonstrate the movement of the needle. Okay, we are ready to sew. I'm going to use this darker one today to match the golding in the wallpaper. I'm keeping my thread attached to the spool. I'm not cutting it. If you are going to cut yours, I think it's 3 times the length of the height, or the longest of your, I'm stumbling on my words today. 3 times the length of your journal is what you want to cut off. Okay, so just like the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, we're going to start from the center inside, and this is going to end up with the dangles on the, or the tails on the inside of our journal. So from the center out, and then you can go either direction. You can go this left or right, top, bottom, whatever you want to call it. But I'm just going to go to the very next hole. From the outside back in. And from there, we're just going to go to the top hole, the next hole right beside it, go to its neighbor. Inside to the outside. Now, like yesterday when we had to share the hole, we're going to do this now. We're going to go right back to the neighbor and back inside. And back, so right, sharing this hole here, right with the neighbor, go back inside. Making sure you don't split the thread. If you split the thread, you're going to have to stop, pull your needle out, pull the thread out, re-thread your needle. Now we're going to jump over top of the center hole, right over top, jump right over top and go down here to the first neighbor past the center hole, to the outside, and then he's going to continue down the road to this neighbor. From the outside, back inside. Now from the inside, we're going to share this hole. From the inside to the outside, we're sharing that with the neighbor, and then we end up back here at the center. Same thing, we're going to share that hole and go inside. Oop, don't know where I went. In between papers somewhere. Inside to the middle. Now yesterday when I pulled my strings to, because this is so long, it's a little more complicated with, and I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but your threads need to be on either side of the center thread. But I'm going to try to figure out how to pull this back. So basically just work it backwards so that the tail is the right length, so that I'm not you don't have to do this, you can just cut yours, but I'm just doing it so that I'm not wasting my wax thread. And then from the outside, let's figure out who's, and then here, from the inside, and from the outside. I'm just tightening it up, so if you want to just skip this whole step, you can. So it looks like I only needed to do it on the top half. Yes. Okay, so here's where I would pull opposite directions, tighten my strings a little bit, grab the two together, hold them taut, flip over, and just make sure that my I don't have any loose loops or snags, that it's nice and tight to the spine. Now I'm going to cut off my string that's attached to the spool still, so I haven't wasted any thread at all. And I'm going to do one regular shoe tie knot, and then I'm going to go underneath and make an S. Bring this one underneath, make an S. Over, under, through, over, under, through, back and forth, back and forth. Slide those knots right to the center knot that you did at first there. Done. There's our 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Okay, I'm going to add that paper background to our book, and we will add this one. And like I said, tomorrow we have a cute little book I'm going to show you how to do with the envelope itself. So back to making another kind of envelope reconstruction. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my background paper in from the Woodland Escape. Don't forget that Raven Vintage 6 coupon. So right before you go to checkout, before you proceed to your basket to checkout, right underneath it says apply coupon code. That's where you type in your Raven 6 if6 6 or more items in your cart to get that 60% off right away. But that's some people miss that part where you enter the coupon code. So I'm just going to make a quickie belly band here to hold our notebook into place. So these would be great little, you could put pockets on each of those pages and make that into an ephemera folder. All kinds of possibilities with that idea here. My belly band's just a little bit too long, but let's just hold that for a second. So I just made a matching belly band out of the Woodland Escape to hold that in place. So this is day 81, demonstrating the 5-hole pamphlet stitch using an envelope to make a little booklet. I use tea-dyed papers. And tomorrow we will be back with a cute little booklet demonstration. Haven't quite figured out how we're going to decorate it yet, but I do have a little booklet in mind for tomorrow. So thanks for joining me. Day 81, 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.